Dear future me. Admittedly, there are other people watching this video, but... This video is made entirely for myself so that I can look back in a year's time and hope that I would have met all the resolutions that I'm making for myself. It is a very generic video, so I wouldn't blame you if you want to skip through. I feel like a lot of us have been through a lot in 2020. And if anything, it's taught us that sticking together, maintaining a very positive outlook in life, even when things are feeling very negative, that's a very good takeaway. And so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I feel like there is a lot that I would do differently going into a new year, a new chapter. So that's what this is. So starting off, dear future me. My first goal is related to YouTube. I would like to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2021 and reach affiliate on Twitch. That's a pretty big ask, but I feel like with the community that we're building and the rate of growth that we've had over the last couple of months, it seems kind of possible, especially if I keep upping my content every single time. I just feel like I want to do more for my community, and I do honestly just want to give back, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. There's a lot of ideas floating around. I just want you guys to know that I'm really focused on building this community and saying thank you for helping make all this possible, and that is at the forefront of my mind. So that's it. I really want to focus more on building the community, interacting with you guys and saying thank you, and also hitting the 2,000 subscriber mark and becoming an affiliate on Twitch. That's my big goal. Dear future me, resolution number 2 is losing weight. I know it's super generic. Everybody has it on their list at this point, but I'm just over 100 kilograms right now. So that's about 16 stone. And my weight doesn't bother me whatsoever. I still feel like I am very confident within myself. It's just, I'm at that point now where I'm getting older. I want to be around for as long as I can with my kids. I want to be physically active with my kids as much as possible. And also, you know, I eat a lot of takeaways. I drink a little bit, and I feel like, although it is very generic to do it at this time of year, I want to make more of an effort on myself. I want to eat healthier. I want to sit down and cook a really lovely meal every single night. I want to drink less alcohol, maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I want to exercise more. I'm walking my dog at the moment. I'm getting out of breath after like 3-4 miles. So I want to be able to run with her for that and not feel anything. To help me with this resolution, I am converting my dining room into a gym, getting a treadmill, getting a weight bench, getting some weights, setting it all up properly. And that's just going to be for the duration of this year. But that way I don't have any excuses through lockdown to say, oh, okay, well, all the gyms are closed, so I couldn't work out that day. If it's in my house, I know that there is nothing stopping me other than me. Dear future me, resolution number 3 is to launch OutCast podcasts, make it something successful, and make it different and unique in a way that is both controversial and extremely well received. By that, what I mean is I do want to talk about gaming and tech and everything else, which is what it's going to be centered around. But I also want to, some ideas that I've had for the first couple of episodes are like inviting people from different cultures and religions, such as Muslims, Christians, and everything else, and try to understand their way of life, because I'm an atheist. I've never been subjected to that, but I'm very interested in that kind of culture. So I think while keeping it revolved around gaming and all that kind of stuff, which is something I'm very familiar with, is a great way to go, I want it to be more than just your generic tech and gaming podcast. I want it to be for outcasts, people who have been criticized, ridiculed, who have been put on the back burner in times where they should have been forefront and focused. I think launching OutCast is going to be the scariest thing that I've done in terms of it's got to be high quality. It's not like this YouTube channel where I can just kind of sit down, play some Minecraft with a crappy webcam. Like it's got to be good quality. It's got to be something that really pushes what I can do to the next level. It's a big risk, and I've invested a bit of money into it so far, and I'm trying to reach out to people at the moment to get them on board, but I'm nervous, man. I can't lie. I'm really nervous about how it's going to turn out. Dear future me, resolution number 4 is to read 1 book every month. As a kid, I used to love reading, right? I read all the Harry Potters, all the Series of Unfortunate Events, Alex Rider, The Hunger Games, man. I loved reading. But as you get older, you develop new habits. You know, you've got movies and TV shows and Marvel and gaming, and reading kind of takes a back step to all these bigger, brighter, flashier forms of entertainment. And I feel like, again, as I get older, I want to just settle down and give myself time to calm down at the end of the night. Even though I'm 26 years old, I want to focus on learning and educating myself, which is something I drastically need. My fiance actually brought me a Kindle, which is super sweet of her. And I didn't think I was going to like it too much because you can use an iPad or a laptop or whatever, but it's, your brain just kind of goes to a different place when you're using a Kindle over an actual piece of tech. You know what I mean? I'm starting my little book club by reading a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And so far it's an amazing book. I don't know how many pages there are. It goes by percent on a Kindle, but I'm 10% through. And it's really nice to be able to get back into it. If you guys want to jump along in a book club, maybe I'll do like a review or something, but I think it'd be a weird thing for us to do as a community, but I'm down for it. I'll leave an Amazon link if you want to buy the book or the Kindle version or whatever it is you're going for. So far it's really great. It's about learning to not give a fuck about other people's opinions, to not worry too much about certain things, especially those that aren't in your control. And it sounds very preachy, very spiritual and weird like that, but it really puts it in a way that is like, it's not some fucking guru talking to you like you're a bloody idiot who doesn't understand life. It's very simplistic, which that's me. I'm very simple. Dear future me, my 5th resolution is to be more honest with myself and others when it comes to emotion. And this goes for YouTube, this goes for my fiance, my kids. Sometimes I hide my emotions away, and it took me a couple of months to really express my depression on YouTube. It took me a couple of months to kind of open up about my anger with my partner and things that I'm currently dealing with as a human being. And I feel like the more the time goes on, I'm becoming more honest with myself about how I deal with those emotions and how I learn to cope with them, and how me actually expressing those emotions can, in some cases, help others. I've had people say, okay, well, when you spoke about depression in this video and you opened up about it, you made it more normal for me. You made me feel better about talking about it on my video or my stream, and stuff like that is, like I've said in previous videos, is why I started this channel, to help other people who are going through a similar situation, a similar mindset. So both on and off camera, I'm going to be talking more about my battle with mental health and what I'm doing to positively combat that, rather than just popping pills and all the rest of it, which I do take antidepressants. There are a lot of things that you can do outside of drugs and therapy to try and make your own life better and to deal with your issues in a more acceptable way. That got real deep real quick. Welcome to the mental health stream. Dear future me, my 6th resolution is to pay off all of my debts this year and invest more money into myself and my careers. What I mean by that is I've got some debts, as in like some tech stuff that I bought over the last couple of years, phone contracts and just shit that we all kind of have, and I've kind of left it on the back burner because I could. But this year I'm going to clear everything. I'm going to pay up around about £6,000-7,000 worth of loans and contracts and credit cards and whatever else, things that I didn't have an obligation to pay, so I left them. But now I just kind of want to be clear of that. And by investing more, I mean I've got some Bitcoin, I've got some cash put away in stocks, but it's nothing great, nothing that would ever grow and make me financially successful. So I want to start investing more into Bitcoin, into index funds, into stuff that I need to educate myself a lot more on. And I also want to invest more into me, my education on how SEO works, using the algorithms and the search engines that are available to me. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've actually just invested into some better lights, which means I can, actually look half decent in my videos. I'm going to be upgrading the background, making that look all kind of fancy soon, rather than just a bed chilling there. I want to get some better lenses. I want to get a cam link so I can put this nice crisp clear image onto all of my YouTube videos, because at the moment I've got a crappy little webcam and it kind of ruins the whole high quality vibe that I'm going for. We got the full rebranding soon, so that will make it look a lot more professional as well. Investing in your education and your passions is going to be far more useful than investing in savings accounts and things like that. You can actually utilize your tools and things that you're good at, and that's what I'm doing. Weirdly enough, I'm actually kind of putting more time at the moment into this YouTube channel than I am my actual business. And I think that's just simply because I'm enjoying this a lot more, so I don't really have to focus on things that aren't that enjoyable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like having money, I like earning money, but at the same time, if I am really enjoying this and I can see that there may be a future in it, why the hell not go all in? Dear future me, resolution number 7 is to finally get my driving license and get a car. I'm 26 years old and I don't have a license. I've never needed one. Up until this year when my daughter was supposed to start school and then lockdown happened and everything else. I've never needed a car. I've never seen the point in spending thousands of pounds on this thing that just gets me to and from the shops quicker. But as my kids get older, it's kind of becoming a more of a necessity. Just things like going food shopping for 5 people rather than 1 or 2. It's a lot harder. Getting my kids to and from school without a car is going to be a massive pain in the ass. And there's going to come points where I want to take my kids on road trips and we can all just go to the coast together and have a great time, or even just go abroad. Every time I've tried to do my lessons, there's always been something that has stopped me, whether it's just getting too busy with work or personal life or family, or whether it's lockdown and COVID, or It's definitely going to be a priority, because if I don't have a car by the time all my kids in school, I'm just going to go insane. Dear future me, resolution number 8 is to try one new thing every single month. That can be anything from eating a food that is crazy spicy, to going somewhere that I've never been, to playing a sport that I've never tried before. Not simple things like, okay, well, there's a new video game out, so we'll do that this month. I'm quite a spontaneous person. I like to think that I love trying new things and traveling and doing all this cool stuff that I got to do when I was younger. But as I'm getting older, it's like, okay, well, let's get a chicken tikka masala for dinner for the 8th time in a row. Or let's get the same shit from McDonald's. So I definitely want to be more creative and more inventive in trying new things. Dear future me, resolution number 9 is to create some kind of merchandise. I don't know what this is, and I know for a fact that there's not going to be many people who are going to want to buy it. I don't know whether it's going to be a hoodie or a t-shirt or a hat or something like that, but I just want to try it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, even if it doesn't sell, I'll do it on like Teespring, so I don't have to do any upfront cost. I think it would just be cool just to do it, leave it out there. If somebody wants to buy something, then they can. But I've never actually made any kind of merchandise, no matter whether it's for a business or YouTube channels in the past, events and charity work that I've done. Like, I've never actually gone out of my way to make this. So I don't know, I'll probably give it a go, but I want to make sure it's somewhere that's really high quality, somewhere that I can verify that it's going to be good for whoever buys it, if anyone buys it. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't sell, I can just call my nan and be like, yo, nan, I know you love me. You used to give me biscuits all the time. You're 80 years old now. I get that, but we got snapbacks. Do you want to buy one? Do you want to buy 10? Buy all of them. So that leaves me with, dear future me, my 10th and final resolution for this video is to be patient, to not overwork myself. I've spoken a lot on this channel about things that I'm doing, whether it's the OutCast podcast, whether it's the gaming channel, the vlogging channel, the way I'm redoing the setup, redoing overlays, and I like to take on a lot of shit at once, because keeping busy and being proactive and productive it's the catalyst for my creativity. If I'm not productive and I'm not doing anything, I'm not challenging myself with 101 different things at once, I know I kind of burn out, you know what I mean? But despite all of that, I never want to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I've got so much on, I'm panicking, I haven't got this video ready for this date, I'm freaking out over this, my depression's coming back because I'm overworking, and I want to be patient with myself. If I'm not on time for something, stop beating myself up, and try to remember the lesson that I feel like 2020 has taught all of us. You know, when you're locked in a house with your family and your friends all day, every day, that monotony, that regular lifestyle, that way of life, it can be very taxing. It can be very stressful, whether it's because of COVID or because of YouTube or whatever it is. I feel like understanding your own limitations as a human being, as a person, is more essential to success than pushing yourself beyond that limit. I don't know if that makes sense, whether I'm just going all heebie-jeebie where I've been reading books, but I know, I just feel like, you know, you have to respect your own boundaries as a human being, and if you try to push that too far, then you're gonna end up having to take more time resting and recuperating your brain than you would actually just going at your own pace, a pace that is emotionally viable for you. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this video. I know it's kind of a generic thing to do, but maybe I can look back in 2022 and think, oh shit, I did actually hit 2,000 subscribers. I did become an affiliate. I did drop from 100 kilograms down to 70. The OutCast podcast was a massive success. I read a book every single month. It's very ambitious, and there's a lot of stuff here that I probably won't even do, but Roxy, my puppy. You guys haven't seen her for a couple of months. Look, she's huge. Hey, baby. Hey. Hey. Ah! All right, I love your faces. Thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry if it's bored you. I'm sorry if you... Do you mind? I'm talking. Oh. You know what I'm trying to say. I love you. Have a great start to 2021. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Don't shit on my floor. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.